Hi, everyone, and welcome to the MassNightly Show. I'm your host, Chris Hatter. We've got a great show for you tonight. We got guests Nate Tepper and Zach Norton.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah,
How's it
what's
going?
up?
Hey, thanks for coming out tonight.
Thanks for having us.
These guys are from Unite. Recently dropped app yesterday.
Yeah, just yesterday.
So we brought them on to talk about their app and how it's going to affect the Boston nightlife scene. So we're excited to have these guys on here today. First off, I just want to get a little bit more of about you guys before we jump into Unite. Your background, where you guys went to school, where you guys from, so people get a better understanding of what Unite is bringing to the table.
Heck yeah. So we're both UMass guys, but I'll tell you a little bit about myself first. So
yeah,
basically been an entrepreneur since I was 12 years old, selling ramen noodles at sleepaway camp, making $2,000 at 12 years old, nothing big. Then when I got to college, I actually entered the real world and saw the potential that there was to make a difference on the world.
Sure.
Worked for a company called Mass Challenge with 125 startup companies, did sales in Israel, and now we're starting a company. It's amazing.
I'm Zach Norton. Basically, I just like anything adrenaline ridden, so I was a big snowboarder when I was little, and I met a ton of kids around the nation. Then I learned how to trade stocks at a pretty young age. I just dove right into it. I was a marketing major, but I was like, this is where the money's at. And now with Unite, we're just kind of investing in ourselves. And we just kind of want to change something because I'm a student and there's a total problem going on, and we're just trying to solve it.
Good. That's awesome because, I always like to jump into, where you guys are, what you guys are doing before you guys actually jump into the product of Unite. So if you guys want to talk about Unite, what the product is, and how it's going to affect the Boston community.
Yeah, totally, man. It's absolutely going to change the nightlife in the Boston community. So, right now when anyone who goes to the bars, when they want to go out with their friends, they normally call and text, hey, where are you going tonight? What's going on? Then they wait for responses. It's really annoying. So now with Unite, all you have to do is go onto the app. It shows you who's going out tonight, which bars they're going to, and you can invite your friends to specific bars, which is huge. So instead of sending a group text, you literally hop on the app and you can invite 20 people to the greatest bar right here tonight, which I did, within 3 seconds. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just you press 2 buttons and you know your plans for the night, and that's what we wanted.
Yeah, and that's good. And it takes the hassle out of, having a group text of where do you want to go tonight? Where do you want to go tonight? And I think that's the biggest thing for me is, my friends are always, where are we going tonight? Well, do you want to go here? It's just you open the app, push a button, and forget about all of that, which is, I think, is the best part behind it. So what's the motive behind it? I probably just explained it myself what the motive behind it is, but, how did it start up from you guys were at UMass where this started? So what was the motive behind starting Unite?
Well, basically, we were just hanging out in a backyard around a fire. Every single night, I would always tell all the boys, get on the horn, let's figure out what's going on tonight. And we just kind of got sick of it. It was like you'd walk into class the next day, and they'd be like, oh, this bar was so crazy last night. Where were you? And I was like, well, I didn't get that text because I texted the wrong person that night. Or maybe they were having such a great time that they were already there and they're not going to text you back. But that's really it. We just wanted to know where everyone's going so we can all meet up at one spot, but we don't need to I always say I want to drink 2 beers at one time, and rather than drink 1 beer and have my phone in the other hand.
Yeah, exactly, and that's true. That's absolutely true. And I went to a small school, so you went to one bar, you went to another bar. So I can only imagine going to a bigger school like UMass where it was everyone might be here, everyone might be here. It's scattered out, so you might miss the bad time if you don't have.
Yeah, and the best thing about it, it's it's all about your friends. It doesn't show you everyone, and you have to look through everyone who's at all the bars. You can know where your 5 good guy friends. Where's that hot chick that you want to see?
If she's your friend on Unite.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're gonna cut right now to the Unite tutorial that you guys have done, and it's cool. It gives a little insight of a little demo of the app, and I know it's very simple. It's just 2 clicks, pretty much the way you describe it. Yep. So we'll cut to the video now of what's going on. So if you can explain what's going on here.
So basically in the video, like you said, it's real simple. So right now we're here at the greatest bar. We have 20 friends coming here tonight. If you look on the app, you can just press on the greatest bar, and it shows you that 20 friends are coming. You can call or text them. And then you press going yourself. Hey, I'm going to go too. You press invite. You can simply tap on the people you want to invite. Press send. They all get a push notification. You're done. And then you can see on the other end, for when the people receiving the push notification, it says, whoever invited you to the bar tonight. You go onto the app. It shows you all your notifications. And then you go back to the bar page. You can press go.
Awesome. So,
and then you can actually, one more, you can also set your radius, and you can see all the bars in the area. So you can discover new places, and, you know, we have a lot of deals going on in Boston, too, so you can actually get some deals through the app.
awesome. So it's a one-stop shop for everything, and that's great.
Yeah, it's really simple. You know, we wanted people to plan their night with the push of a button.
Awesome. So you guys, now it's not just a bar. It's not just a bar thing. You have, you know, dining hall. What is it? Campus. What do I have here? College campuses, local meetup spots. So it's not just outskirts of bars. It's local.
I mean, you know, our vision for Unite is more than just a bar and a nightlife app. We believe in changing the way people communicate and making it more efficient.
Yep.
How many times do you have group text saying like, "Hey guys, want to go get some food? Hey guys, do you guys want to go meet up at this spot?" Wherever it is, you're always meeting up with friends, and it's always the same text. So we just want to make that a little bit faster, a little bit more efficient. And, you know, we're testing it out over at UMass Amherst. We added Berkshire Dining Commons, which is the, you know, popular DC area. We added the library, campus center, the gym. So whenever you want to meet up with people, it's a press of a button away.
Yeah.
So basically we're making social media social again.
Yeah. that's the best way to put it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome because, like I said, it just takes the ease out of taking all your. I mean, I'm not lazy when I say this, but it takes the ease out of texting, click, go, head your way. You know what I mean? And that's great. So let's talk about partnerships that you guys have throughout Boston. I mean, obviously this is the second day out.
Yeah.
You guys, before the show, you were telling me you guys have tremendous buzz going on right now. Which I see everywhere. I see it on Facebook. I see it on Twitter. It's literally everywhere.
It's blowing up. I mean, our post from yesterday has 114 shares. It's already reached 30,000 people. Like, it's blowing up real fast, all organically. And we only launched yesterday at 5 p.m. 500 downloads since then. It's like, it's been ridiculous. But, you know, we're really excited about these partnerships we have in Boston because, you know, this is our community. We grew up here, like, at least I did. So, like, that's where we feel like we want to blow up. But some of our partnerships that we're excited about, especially, is with some bars like Sissy K's, the Wild Rover. You know, we want to create an experience for people. So, in exchange for downloading our app, we're going to buy you a drink at Sissy K's or the Wild Rover. So, literally, come find us. We'll be in these same shirts. You'll see this banner. Come find us around Boston, and we will buy you a drink.
When can we expect to see you guys in there? Is it going to be every night? Is it going to be on select nights? Or
we'll be there tomorrow all day. I mean, if anyone comes to the Boston Beerathon tomorrow, we'll be there doing the same promotion.
That's what we're going to get into next. Yeah, it's Boston Beerathon. So you guys are helping out with that. That's a big bar crawl around the city. It's Boston Beerathon. So
there's going to be like 3,000 people. There's 26 different bars. Like, we're so excited to partner with it. Our boy Chris over there, he's awesome.
Yeah, and that's good. That's something that, as a startup, you know, to jump on something big like that is to piggyback off of it to get your product out there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that should be big for you guys. And so you guys are going to be buying drinks. So I might even pop over there for a brew or two.
Anyone who's going to Boston Calling, too, just come right out. Come up to us. Download the app. We'll get you a drink.
Awesome. So let's talk about the mobile app a little bit in itself. And, you know, you guys raise some money.
Actually, no. We just paid for it ourselves.
You paid for it yourselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I when I was in college, I chose a marketing degree. I like psychology, marketing, just how to reach people, how to not piss them off, because I feel all advertising today is just kind of a hassle and annoying. But so I was pretty good at trading stocks. I had a knack for it, and I turned a little bit of money into a lot of money, and then I decided, instead of investing in someone else's company, why don't we make something we want? So we really just made Unite for ourselves, paid for it ourselves, and we're just trying to share it with everyone because it made our semester, our last senior year semester, so awesome. Because you're standing in line at one bar, and you're like, I don't want to wait an hour for one in, one out. You can go to another bar because you know you have 5 friends there. Wherever your friends are, that's where you want to be.
Absolutely. And that's interesting that you paid for it. I mean, a lot of companies get investors. They dish them money and that's it. But that's interesting that you actually, from your stock expertise, we'll say, because you're able to.
That's
that
the
much
UMass
money.
blood. You know, we're all bootstrapped. We know from UMass it's all about work ethic, hustle.
Absolutely.
You got to get out there and make a name for yourself.
Yeah, that's interesting though. It's stock. You got the stock man over here.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean,
but we will be raising money eventually.
Yeah, and that's
good.
good.
Like every startup, you got to scale.
You got to scale. You have to scale. So what steps did you take to start up Unite? I mean, like you guys said, you were sitting by a fire one night and the idea kind of clicked. And so what were the necessary steps you guys took to get Unite to a product and to get it out to the community?
So like you said, we were just sitting around a fire like every other college kid, just, hanging out, and we're like, what do we want to do here? And then really it just started from our friends. Like I talked to one friend, he talked to another, and you just got to really look around campus. We have one of the best computer science programs in the nation, and we're able to find like awesome developers, kids who are just like into your idea, and they're like, everyone was coming up to us last night and they're like, wow, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I think of it? So you just take an idea that everyone has and you just make it super simple. But it's really just a great networking thing. I really asked around. I found Nate, and kid's just genius. He knows everyone. So
And I'm not a genius. Just know the smart people. But that's what it's all about. You know, it's all about networking, and it's all about the team. You know, we can't do this without our team. Like, we're only half of the company. So with our team, you know, they really make the impact.
Yeah, absolutely. And so is your whole team from UMass? Is that is it UMass bred company?
UMass bred company. Yep. But expanding, we're gonna get huge.
Now, how is UMass responding to this? I assume the people there know about it.
It's ridiculous.
But they're good to you, right? Because I know Curry College has been good to me with the MassNightly and everything. So I assume UMass is they're encouraging heavily. And
yeah. So we just got back from UMass just from a promotion last night, and we're partnered with all the bars there, Stackers, McMurphy's, for those of you UMass guys who know it. We're giving out drinks at all those bars. We're partnered with Bueno Isano, we're giving out burritos. Like, these guys are just all about supporting the community, getting people involved, making a difference, making people's lives easier.
So I like to, on the show, I like to get into people, because people ask me all the time, how do I start a mobile app? How do I start this? Raising capital for, I know you guys, he was Mr. Stockman over here, was lucky to get into some stocks, but what advice would you give to someone that was starting up a company on how to raise some capital?
Totally, yeah. So I actually have a good amount of experience in raising money before, which is why I actually don't want to do it for this company, because we don't have to yet.
Sure.
I started TEDx UMass Amherst at UMass 2 years ago. We've raised $75,000. Since then, it's a nonprofit organization. Going to raise another 100 this year. It's like getting ridiculous. But, it's all about your network. Just build relationships with people around you. And it's not just about the money. People want to invest in you as a person. They want to help you grow into your future, especially if any students out there who are looking to do stuff. Just ask questions, talk to people, find some good mentors, and ultimately down the road, you'll find those will be the people who are going to give you the money.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, all I can say about that is, like, if you love the idea of what you're doing, like, make something for yourself that you think is helpful for your friends. That's how this all started. We just made something for ourselves and our friends, and we're like, wait, we actually have a really, really good idea here. Why don't we give it to everyone?
Yeah. And even though, there's a lot of good ideas out there too, but just remember, it's always 1% idea, 99% action and execution.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like that quote. That's good.
Yeah.
And that's funny because, what Zach was saying about make it easier for your friends, because, our app is based around cheap beer and cheap food, and it's helping us.
That's why we love it.
Exactly. So when I was in college, it was, all right, I got to go spend, $6-7 a beer. Well, the idea went off. Let's save some money. Why do we got to go to these expensive places all the time where we can get Dollar Drafts, where we can get, $2 tacos or whatever. It's the same money. Yeah. So do you guys? I know you guys are just starting out, so this might be early for me to ask this, but are you guys expanding at all as far as across the statewide? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we have over 6,000 bars on the app. By next month, we're going to have over 20,000 bars on the app.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, we have. We actually have an amazing program right now. We have brand ambassadors at colleges, all the big universities around the country. You guys should go find them because they're really beautiful women who are our brand ambassadors.
And there's a couple guys in there who are good-looking guys. Very good-looking guys. The VIPs is what we call them.
Yeah,
Very
there are
important
Unite
people.
VIPs.
Now, how'd you go about finding these guys? Did you reach out to the colleges and they kind of provided you with those, or was that something that you know someone within?
Yeah, so it was all like from snowboarding. Actually, when I was younger, I just knew a bunch of kids around the country because I was always in like Colorado, California, everywhere. So I kind of reached out to my friends there, and just they all go to huge schools and they all actually love the party. Like, we have someone at Utah State, and like that's just a great time.
Yeah.
So they're all just like, wow, that's a great idea, and I want to be a part of it. So you just kind of got to talk to your friends and see who they know and just find the right person.
Yeah, and that's good, though, to branch out, because, we're MassNightly. We eventually want to be, New England Nightly and expand across the country, but, we're looking to dominate one area first. But that's good, though. I mean, a product like yours, everyone can use. We're Massachusetts-based, but you guys can use your product wherever. So
yeah, dude, absolutely. I see great things for you guys too.
Hey,
massive. It's gonna be huge.
Mass stands for massive, not Massachusetts. So what advice would you give to startups that were, are trying to do what you guys did, to live the college dream? I started my senior year of college. You guys did yours senior year of college too. So we're in the same boat on that. But what would you What would you give?
Well,
what advice would you give?
I'd love for, maybe we can both give some advice to whoever's listening out there.
Yeah.
My personal advice, like I said before, it's 1% idea, 99% action. Just do it. Don't think too much about it. Like, especially when you're in college, there's such little risk at that time. Just do it, and you're going to find that even if you fail, you're going to learn so much. You're going to meet amazing people.
Yep.
And whatever you're going to do after that, if you're persistent and keep going, you're going to win.
Yeah, so basically, I just think it's all about the people who are investing in you. If you take someone's time, you better give them something great back. And for what we did here is it was all about our friends, and we wanted this to happen and make them happen. And I know a lot of kids who are just working the 9 to 5 and everything, and that's great, and that's what you're supposed to do. But sometimes it's great to take a risk, with the stock trading. I taught myself how to do it, and I had some help. I found some mentors. You got to just find people who have done it before and then do it yourself, and you learn so much. In the last 6 months, I think I've learned more than I have in my entire life.
Absolutely, and that's the thing, is that's the aspect that school can't teach you.
Yeah.
They can't teach you the field work, which they'd love to, but it's just getting out there and talking to people and meeting people. It's UMass, Curry, they can't teach you that.
What about you? What's your advice?
What's my advice? Is to get out and try it. Like Zach said, you really don't know until you're out there pounding the pavement if an idea is going to work or not. And you're better off failing when you're younger as opposed to when you're older,
Yeah.
I mean, when you get older and you have a family, you have, a house to pay for, a mortgage to pay for. That's the bigger risk you take. But when you're younger, there's not so much risk. So if you fail, I failed, now I can get on with my life, And I'm sure you guys feel the same way about that, because I don't plan on failing anytime soon. I'm sure you guys don't either. So
yeah, man, and it's exciting, man. It's like a
it
bug,
is.
right?
It really is.
When you get into entrepreneurship, I'm sure some of you guys out there know it. If you have it, you have it. It's a disease.
It really is, and I'm sure you guys get the same feeling when someone says, "Oh, this is cool. This is a good idea," or "This is."
Oh, that jacks me up.
Exactly.
I get so pumped up.
Zach was saying that before the show. It does. You get a rush from it. This is a good idea. It's thank you, And it feels good to hear that. It feels good to give people what they want. So,
yeah.
I don't know. It gets me all jacked up too. So, so do you think a big school like UMass helped or hurt you guys in the sense of you could reach a broad sense of audience, but it's tough to reach the actual broad sense of audience? You know what I mean? Because I know at Curry myself, I knew a lot of people just because it was a small school, and I could. Do you know this person? Yes. If I asked you knew someone at UMass, it was who's that? So do you think that hurt you or helped you?
Well, I actually think, it's a little bit of both. The great thing about UMass is it's a little big school. You'll run into the same kids a lot of the time.
Yep.
But by senior year, I'd walk into a party and I'd be like, oh, hey, what's going on with this girl? And I'd be like, wait, you know her? Everyone ends up knowing everyone.
Sure.
So it is just a huge community. And I always love to say it's the app is it's by UMass students for ZooMass students who just love the party,
It's a good slogan. I like that.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. You get to know everyone there. And at the same time, because there's so many people, you can always find your niche. You can always build your own community within the larger UMass community.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of helped us. We had a little different communities, and we connected them together. And next thing you know, we have all of UMass taking over the app. So
Sure. And that's good, though. Like I said, it's UMass bread. You can't beat that, because you guys kind of pound your chest about that. It's UMass bread, and that's where the home is, and you guys bring it to Boston and letting
we're bringing it nationwide.
Exactly, yeah. Letting it kick off here. So you were a marketing major, you said, Zach, right?
Yep.
So what's been your biggest marketing tool to get the word out about Unite?
We kind of go uniquely about this. I hate.
Don't give it all away.
No, I absolutely hate advertisements. I will do anything to skip a TV ad. I will do the push. If there's an ad on an app, I'm oh, I don't want to click it. I accidentally clicked it. So what we're trying to do is we're just trying to integrate ourselves into what you do. We were students and we made this for ourselves.
Yep.
And really what we're trying to just display to people is, hey, this is for you. We'll show you something that you like. We'll say a little something about UMass, and if you ask us something about it and you want to hear about it, we'll tell you, but we're not going to just shove it in your face and be like, hey, do this. We want people to use it. We want our friends to use it, and we want their friends to use it, and snowball effect.
Sure.
So, yeah.
What's your take?
Same thing. We built this because we wanted to solve our own problem. We essentially are our own market. We're using the app right now. I got 10 friends downstairs who just showed up, and they're all on the app. And it just kind of has its natural viral effect because people love this kind of app. It's about going out. It's about meeting up with your friends. But what I really believe in is word-of-mouth marketing, and that's why every day you're going to see us on the streets of Boston running around like crazy goons, just promoting the app.
Yeah, and that's a big part of what MassNightly does is a lot of word of mouth. And that's the best way to spread is when your friends are telling friends, and that's how it grows and grows.
That's how I heard about you guys.
That's exactly, and that's how it grows into a big animal is throughout the word of mouth. So, so what's your niche audience you guys looking for? Are you guys looking the college crowd, 21? I shouldn't say 20. I know those people have fake IDs out there. But
there's places on there. You can go to Burke still. You can get your late night in there. But so our target audience is kind of college kid to like 25. Like if you're 26 and you still party, hell yeah, get on the app. Like it'll make your life so easy.
Sure.
But like a lot of our friends who just graduated, they're like sitting around and work all day, and they're like, all right, well, the only place I can meet up with someone is the bar, and like, what am I going to do? And they'll like text you, you won't get back to them. But on the app, now they're all just like, all right, we're all going to the greatest bar tonight, and that's what's final.
Yep.
And people are just down with it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you got to start somewhere. We're starting, especially with the college students who like to go to the bars. But like I said before, we're a communication tool. We just want to make it easier for friends to meet up with each other, and we look to expand to that way in the future.
Sure, and that's, guys, we have the same market essentially because we like the college market because, when I was in college, I didn't have a lot of money in my pocket. I'm sure you guys didn't either. So the cheap beers and the cheap food did help.
I love cheap beer.
But, we all love cheap beer.
Beer's beer.
But I would like to, and I've said this in past shows, I'd like to get that 38, 45-year-old off the couch to go enjoy a trivia night, to go, sing some karaoke, relive the younger days. And and that's something where I'm sure you guys are pushing for too. Is I'm sure all the people out there, get your friends off the couch and go enjoy it.
I mean, my mom's on the app, so
my dad and all his friends from work, they always go out after, and it's just like, this is just making it easier. They're sitting in their office. They're like, all right, this is the bar we're going to.
Good.
Final.
And that's good, though, because you want to expand that audience because essentially that's more downloads for you guys.
Everyone get your parents on Unite. Download it on the App Store.
So, one of the final points I want to talk about here is guerrilla marketing. And we talked about this in the past show. Slapping stickers on walls and putting them in bathrooms. What you guys take on guerrilla marketing as far as? I know you guys are going out and handing out things.
I pulled a muscle yesterday flyering at UMass, under all the freshman dorms. Like we have thousands of this stuff going around. You'll be seeing it around Boston. I mean, we just got to Boston today. We're gonna start promoting tomorrow at the Boston Beerathon. You will see Unite all over Boston.
That's awesome.
Look for it.
I wear my running shoes out because that's what I'm doing. Like I had 500 dorms yesterday. It's crazy, but you got to do it. I love doing it because you meet kids like on the way, and they'll be just like one kid yesterday was like, "You're gonna be a millionaire." I was like, "I don't even care about the money, dude. This is just sick. Like that you told me that
right now, right?"
Yeah.
And you know what else? Zach said it yesterday. Like we both used to play sports. You feel athletic when you're like running around and stuff. Yeah, you played football too. So like.
Yeah, that was one of the things we did. Early in the MassNightly career, we had it was a grab bag. So we stuffed a big coffee can bucket full of we had old school baseball cards. We had drink tickets, like everything. We bought people drinks, and it was just funny because you go up to people, hey, you want to take a chance in the MassNightly grab bag, and you could stick your hand in there and grab it, and possibly get something big, and then we translate that to downloads, which that's guerrilla marketing at its finest right there.
And you meet awesome people. You learn about everyone's story, and you really get to understand your market firsthand in the action that way. And like that's the best way to create something is by actually understanding your customer.
So you guys, I know we talked a little bit about the show before the show about this. So it's just an iOS. It's on the iOS right now.
Yep.
So that's what people can look for.
Yep. You can download it on your iPhone, and we will be releasing for Android next week.
Awesome. And I always ask this question to people with mobile apps come on. I love to have my own kind here. People with mobile apps come on. On the Windows Phone, do you guys have any interest in doing that? I know it's a small niche market.
I actually have one friend with the Windows phone.
Yeah, that's cool.
We've been looking into it, and that like new feature, the Cortana or whatever. I saw a commercial about that. That was pretty cool. They'll help you out. But we really want to bring this to everyone. If anyone has a phone, we will get this on their phone and connect everyone. Unite everyone.
Unite everyone.
There you go. Put the plug in.
Yeah.
No, that because I always get that question too. Are you guys on Windows Phone? And it was a toss-up, between our developers. Do we make it for the Windows Phone? Is it worth the money to make? And with the iPhone 6 coming out, it's kind of one of those, do we or don't we? We decided against it. So I always like to get feedback on what you guys think about, the iOS 6. But you guys are just strictly on iOS right now.
Yeah, I mean, soon we're going to be on the iWatch, the smartwatch.
Yep.
Look for that in the future.
Yeah.
You just check your watch. Oh, they're going there. All right, cool.
So we can look for you guys at Wild Rover, you said?
Yeah,
That's the next spot we can find the Unite guys?
Yeah, you'll find us actually tomorrow during the day around 12 noon at the Wild Rover and at Sissy K's. So come by, get a drink. Some awesome people there. It's going to be an amazing event.
Okay. And just follow your Twitter and Facebook. That's where you can find the most event.
We're going to have an Instagram up in a day. Unite Nation is dropping live.
Yep.
It's pretty crazy.
It's called Unite Nation.
Yeah.
Unite Nation.
It's just the biggest parties going on at any college in the nation that we're at. So check it out.
Awesome. So, again, this is Nate Tepper, Zach Norton. They're here from Unite. Look for their app in the iOS store. And thanks for being on, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Thank you,
Yeah.
Chris. Really appreciate you having us.
Awesome, man. Good luck with everything, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Too.